Hello, my name is Kevin Barry. We're here in Dublin, Ireland with my Barry Relations. It's July 22nd, 2017. I'm with Patricia McCarthy. We're talking about family history. So, Patricia, what day were you born and can you tell us about your parents?
Yeah, hello Kevin. First of all, we're delighted to have you here in Dublin. We're delighted to meet you all. It's a wonderful occasion. My name is Patricia McCarthy and I was born on the 26th of December 1944. I was born in Kilkenny and we grew up in Wexford, in Enniscorthy in Wexford, and then went on to Dublin then when I started nursing, and that was in 1963 I went nursing. And I was in Dublin then from 63 until 68, and I was a qualified general nurse and a qualified midwife, and we all decided that they were looking for nurses in New York. We would go to New York for a year or two, and it was very easy at the time. They were very short of nurses in New York, so it was very easy. They arranged all our visas, our accommodation, everything for us. So it was a real novelty and a treat for us
Wow.
to be getting away.
And what hospital did you work at in New
I
York?
worked in the Roosevelt Hospital.
Roosevelt,
Yeah,
famous hospital.
a very famous hospital.
Yeah.
It was a wonderful hospital, and we
Yep.
gained huge experience
Wow,
there.
wow.
And we also, it's Mount Sinai now. It has changed over
that's right.
completely because we were back there in March of this year,
Yes. Oh.
2017,
Yep.
and we called back there, and I knew the name had changed to Mount Sinai, or
nice.
they had taken over sort of the hospital at that stage.
And while you were there, you visited Boston once or twice?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
I visited Boston. We'd always heard Uncle Garrett, my father's brother, was
Right.
in Boston, and we all knew the circumstances of how he left. He left West Cork.
Can you
at
talk
that
about the
time.
circumstances?
I can. To the best of my knowledge, it was around before 1922, maybe around 1920, 21, and the Civil War was on. So you were either pro Michael Collins or against him, and the majority of the brothers in the family were with Michael Collins.
Right.
But Garrett decided no, that he didn't agree with what was going on at the time.
With the treaty, basically.
With the treaty, yeah, indeed. And he was interned and went to the Curragh camp because he didn't agree with what was going on at the time.
Right.
And he was there for, I'm not sure what time, but he was there for, obviously he was there for a while because he made beautiful pieces when he was there.
Right.
His harp
Did his
and different
artwork and the
things.
harp we've seen.
He was very gifted with his hands.
Right.
And as I say, we got those lovely harps when he left, when he was leaving the country then.
Oh, good.
He decided he was going to just get out and go away and go to America.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And that's where we lost track of him. So we never knew him or heard much about him at all.
Right.
Always knew he was there and always knew the reasons.
Gotcha. Right. Did your father ever talk about him and talk
my-
about the troubles back then?
Yeah, my father spoke about him quite a lot,
Yeah.
but there was a bitterness there.
Bitterness,
There
yeah.
was a bitterness there. And
Did they feel like he left the family?
I
Or
felt,
he didn't agree with...
yeah, Garrett left the family when he didn't
basically
agree.
left, right?
Yeah, he left because he didn't agree with what was
Right,
happening.
right.
And, you know, it was sad in a very,
Yeah.
where we kind of looked at it as being very, very sad.
Right,
Even
yeah.
though my father, the bitterness was there all the time.
Right.
And as I say, when I went to America then in the late 60s, I mean, a huge number of years had passed. Our father and my mother and father always knew what was happening with him.
Right. They kept up with them.
They kept up with him some way or other,
Somewhere,
I'm not
yeah.
sure how,
Right.
but they didn't know that he was in Boston.
Right.
They didn't know his address, but yet there was no communication.
I know. Amazing.
Which, to the best of our knowledge, there wasn't.
So you were the first one to pretty much connect back with
yes,
him. Yeah.
yes,
Good for
yeah,
you. You did a
yeah,
credit to the family
yeah,
to link the
yeah.
bonds.
Yes, we knew it, yeah. Now, I think our mother at some stage may have got a card from your father or something
Yeah, okay.
in that line, or there may have been some communication.
Right.
And when I got there, I felt this is ridiculous, carry on, and crazy. I would love to go and see them
Right.
when I was so near.
Gotcha.
And I did have I think it was, I didn't have a phone number at the time. I had an address.
I see.
And I wrote from America.
Oh, wow.
And I got a beautiful a letter back and an invitation to come and see
Oh,
them.
nice. And you went to Somerville?
I went to Somerville,
Saw
very
Helen
much
and
to
Margaret
Somerville.
and Gary, I guess. Yeah,
there was
nice.
there was Gary there and Margaret and Helen.
Yep.
And Garrett and his wife.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice.
And it was and they treated me beautifully there. Such a
Wonderful.
warm, lovely welcome.
Wonderful. Nice.
They were absolutely lovely.
Yep.
And Garrett in particular was very, very interested in what was happening at home.
I'm sure.
He very much wanted to be filled in, and
He lost
what families
40
were
years
there,
of history,
and who was there as regards families, etc.
Interesting.
So we had long chats, and as I say, they looked after me very well.
Wow.
And we went out and had a few meals out and different things, and
Nice.
they really were super to me now, you know.
Well, slightly different topic. Do you remember your grandparents in Clonakilty?
No, I wouldn't have known my grandparents.
I see.
Very
Interesting.
Well.
Okay.
No, I didn't know. I would have known May, of course.
You knew May Barry, okay.
May Barry and Sonny Barry.
And Sonny Barry, okay.
And I went down. May, of course, was May. May
Right.
would have been quite, what will I say? I won't say awkward, but she was very eccentric.
I met her, yeah. Tall
And
woman, very
tall woman.
looked you in the eye.
And had looked. People respected her very much in the area.
Yeah.
But she could have very kind of strange ways.
Yeah.
So I was the only one ever went down and stayed with her for a few weeks
Interesting.
in the holiday time there.
Right.
And I used to go into the Clonakilty with eggs for her and get
Nice.
groceries in return for the money and whatever. You
Fantastic.
know. So I would have known May quite well, and she lived her life very well there and very respected in the area.
And was it Kitty or Catherine was her sister?
Catherine was her
Catherine
sister.
was her sister,
Yeah,
okay.
Catherine, was her sister, and she lived also in Clonakilty and
Very good.
in another area.
Yeah. And what were the full siblings again? One more time, if you don't mind. It was your father, Patrick.
Yeah. There was
Garrett.
Yeah.
May, Kitty, Sonny.
Yeah, Sonny. Yeah.
Is there any? Is that it? Michael.
That was it, and Jim, of course.
Jim. Okay.
There was Jim. There was in Kilmacthomas.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a few, and there was who was the man in our other uncle in Dundalk?
Okay. All right.
There was another uncle in Dundalk. There was actually 3 of them in the Guards.
Okay.
You know, what was my uncle's name in Dundalk? I'm just trying to reflect now. Bill will tell us on it anyway.
Yeah.
But 3 of them joined the Guards. Strange enough, my father, Jim, and what was the man's name in Dundalk? We didn't know them that terribly well.
Okay.
Hugely,
But bringing it to the modern day, can you go list all your sons' names and daughters?
Yeah.
Can you list all of them? Maybe what they do today, just briefly.
Yeah. Well, I went, as I said, went to Dublin. When I came back then from America, I had known Noel. He was a Kerry.
Now, where'd you meet again? Where'd you meet?
We met actually. I went out with a friend of mine down to Kerry for a weekend.
Yeah.
And I met him down there, but that was it. Just met him, and then I happened to meet him again just by coincidence.
Just by coincidence.
Yeah, when he joined the Guards
up here in Dublin.
Up here in Dublin, yeah. He was he retired, as I say, 10 years ago now. He was the superintendent in the Guards.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So our children then, we're very happy. We've been living in Dublin since.
Yes.
And our children are, we've 6 children, with 5 boys and 1 girl.
Yeah.
So the children are, Julie is the eldest girl, and she is a public health nurse.
Okay.
And she has 3 children.
Good.
Michael is a secondary school teacher and is married to Sinead, and she's a teacher also, and they have 3 boys.
Okay.
They're the ones in holidays at the moment.
Nice.
Barry is very much involved in futures trading.
Right.
And his wife is French-Canadian from Quebec.
Very good.
And they have 2 children.
Nice.
Brian is an air traffic controller, and he's married to Kim, who's a Dublin girl, and she's into marketing.
Nice.
John is a sergeant in the Garda Síochána.
Okay.
And his fiance is Emma, and she's also a Garda.
Is she? Oh,
she is.
Nice,
so
nice.
yeah. And
He's
then
fallen in his father's footsteps.
Yes, yeah. And he's inside at the U2 today now.
Perfect.
To mind you.
Yes.
And then we've David then, who is computers. He's working with a computer American company actually.
Very nice.
Salesforce.
Oh yes.
And they're over in the south side, and he's Emma or Amy's his girlfriend.
Wonderful.
And she's an air hostess.
Gotcha. How many total grandkids do you have now?
Sorry, with 9 grandchildren.
9 grandchildren. Very good.
Yeah.
You're a lucky woman.
So very lucky.
Lucky,
They're all well and healthy. You know,
good.
thank God. Yeah.
Very nice.
So that's it now. Yeah.
Good.